Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and welcome to the advertising series you're taking me with. We're going to be covering Chapter 18. I think there's one more chapter after this in the advertising series. You're either taking me on an online, a face-to-face class, or in a training workshop, and you're utilizing this either as a supplement or the only lecture that you have provided by me if it's on an online class. So today we're going to be talking about, usually I'm going to go with the web resources, and I'll show you the web because it's an advertising, but since this section has so much information that a lot of times for a small business user or someone, an entrepreneur, or even a manager that's going to advertise should understand. This is something that's constantly out there. It's it's not it's expensive but not expensive. You know, it's a percentage of your sales depending how you're looking at it. So I'm going to skip the web resources. It's out there. You have that information in the material that's provided in the course that you're taking with me. And remember, the mind maps are a tool for you. You only get the second tier. The other tiers you have to add into it, but you go to stop me and see what's in there. You read the book. You utilize some of the software, the integrated software that's provided for you to learn the concepts and the vocabulary. So when you are either doing it yourself or hiring an advertising agency, you at least understand the terminology and have a general idea of the costs and what's related and what's available out there. When I'm looking at direct marketing, you know, not direct mail, but direct marketing and sales promotion. You know, how do I get the customers in? I got the attention. We've been building up to here, and this is one that you could have a lot to do with, a lot of different areas you could explore, little at a time, to build up your integrated marketing communication, or IMC, which is, remember, advertising is the mouthpiece, the visualization, you know, whether the print, and TV or radio, everything that's tied in is what advertising uh, component is of an integrated marketing campaign that has the integrated marketing communication. You're the mouthpiece. All right, so let's talk. We're going to go right into the objectives real quickly. I'm going to try to move along here. You know, the websites we had on here. Let's see what websites did I have. You have personal selling, lecture notes from an instructor other than myself from, let's see, University of Delaware. You know, and these are all provided to you. It's looking at another way. You know, how I present the material, how the material is presented here. It's one way of learning it. Now you get the same material presented in a different viewpoint, from a different perspective, but still covering the same areas. A lot of the areas of definitions are a baseline. This class here is a baseline. Don't get overwhelmed in this series, but now you're beginning to understand. The more information you get, the more you understand, the better advertiser you are, the better manager you are, the better business owner you are, because you could promote your product or promote your department or promote something that you want, or even utilize some of this. How do I promote myself? You see someone who wants to get married, you put a big ad on there, or to use social media, or to use different ways. So a lot of individuals will take this information that you're learning here, and I could do it for my own self-promotion. Okay? Turn this off. Okay, let's the objectives real quickly. After studying or listening to this video recording, define the direct marketing, explain the role in integrated marketing communication. Let me just add that to the dictionary. Okay, distinguish personnel selling from other forms of integrated marketing communication. You know, we've had all the series. I'm not going to go back. List activities that constitute sales promotion, including push and pull tactics. If you had me for marketing, this is, remember, advertising is just one component of the whole marketing. Marketing is the heart, and advertising is part of an artery, for lack of better words, of that heart that's doing something. Okay, so list activities, including push and pull tactics, explaining the roles. They had the Vignette-GEICO ad, and I'm going to go, and I'm just going to touch on it real quickly. Remember, GEICO, when I'm looking at Geico versus GEICO. GEICO's friendly animation technology makes it good. Advertising could utilize it. They have the message, the print, they have the music, they have everything else. So when you see this little nice chameleon for or gecko, for lack of better words, you already will think about Geico insurance. Just like if you would look Progressive, you think of Flow. It becomes an icon. Will it carry through? Who knows? But hopefully it may. It'll have a life of its own. And if it works in this market, maybe you could go to another market. When I'm talking internationally outside the U.S. Okay, so what they do, they violate all the rules of focus. Remember the focus running simultaneously campaigns that feature different creative ideas. They had the cavemen, they had gecko, they had celebrities. What's on your wallet? I don't think that's what gecko. And maybe I kind of forget. No, that was with Mastercard or something. You see, I already mixed up, and even here I am teaching the stuff. But after a while, when I don't see it again, it comes. You forget. So that's why, and this is a good point. That's why advertising has to keep on bringing the image to the individuals, to your target audience, so they don't forget about you. Or after a while they get bored with you or anything else, then you let it flow off and find another focus item or another creation that gets their attention. Remember, there's a lot of stuff that's there's a lot of stimuli out there. After a while, with all that stimuli, we become numb to it. So what do you have to do? You have to do something different to bring them in. Okay, so they violate all the rules by pursuing direct response and awareness goals at the same time. But whatever they're doing too much or are they doing too much at once? Some will say no. But when you look at marketing or advertising, you sometimes can't go with what the tradition is doing. If it works for your company, then it's good. It may not work for every industry. All this is showing you have to take all these pieces of the tools that we've been covering from all these chapters coming up to this chapter and the final conclusion, and what works well for my company. If it doesn't work well, then you get rid of it. Remember, that's part of the trial and error. As we discussed, you have the internet and you have your followers. So there's a lot of things you could do that will make you have a higher probability of success when you run your advertising campaign. Okay, so let's understand direct marketing. Direct Marketing Association basically is direct marketing companies. So what did they do? These are the larger ones. It's just basically the ones out there. So if I want to have a what do you call it? Contact somebody else. These are the individuals out there that I could contact, and for a fee, and they're not cheap because remember, there's the top 10, they're the best. Or the better ones, for lack of better words, the more utilized one. But if you could afford it, this is it. But if you can't, there's no problem. You could do a lot of this stuff on yourself. Remember, you start from the print, you start from the jingle, you work it up. For those of you taking me on an online class or any of my courses, you'll be doing an advertising plan, a first feasibility advertising plan, which is the first part. I provide you an outline, and then you will add what do you call it, the substance to it, and that substance, depending on the product that you'll be advertising or trying to promote. And once you do one, you use the same model or change the model, different parts of your tools that you have from the previous chapters learning. Okay, what's direct marketing? A measurable system of interactive marketing using one or more advertising media to effect a measurable response or transact at any location. That's what direct marketing is. I do something, I can measure it. It's a media. It could be all the different ones that we've already discussed. Okay. The role of direct marketing, integrated marketing, is to linkage to media, TV advertising, attract prospect customers. How I'm going to get them to my site. Second one's create names and database. When it's integrative versus, we're going to talk about coupons. If I do paper coupons, okay, I know how many I sold, the ad works, the coupons work, because they have a number on there that tells me where this coupon was originated from when you scan it. But it doesn't tell me anything about the customer who utilized the coupon. It just tells me where they received the coupon. So that organization or that third party, it's working for me. But I, as a marketer, want to get, or as a business owner, want to get some information, name, address, email. So if I going online to print a coupon electronically, I now have their email. I can even put some cookies that we learned about. So when they ask that, my ad comes up first. Or if I want to sell stuff, promote products or what do you call it? products, or even sell the list. A lot of ads, when you're looking at it, give us the information. We don't share the ads, and some do, because when they share the ad, they don't give the ads to somebody else for free. They charge it. I got the information, and then I turn around and I sell it to somebody else, because they don't have what do you call it? Find the individuals that like something, what we call prospecting. Prospecting for gold. You got to do it. Somebody's already did the prospecting, and now I'm just picking it up at an additional fee for that. Okay, communicate. Website, direct mail to prospect customers. Real easy. Okay, now we're going to go market. Let's see. Okay, so we have that. I keep on forgetting. It's okay, marketing databases. We had that. Okay, let's look at advantages. Best way to build a database, that's what you're going to find out, is through going through some of the processes or looking at other templates. In-depth customer knowledge is what you want to do, because that will help you build relationships. When people would have rewards cards or a store that you get discounts, that information is good, because now you understand the buying pattern of the customers that come into your store. But what I mean, so now I could sell to them. So if I have one of those reward cards, Julie used to have them a lot of times, to say you don't need it anymore, because a lot of times people would pass it by or just make a fake reward card just to not to upset the customer, so they come back. So they didn't become effective. But what you want with the reward cards, the more information I get about the customer, and the more I know about their buying patterns, I know what to sell to them. I know how to advertise them. If business is slow, I know this customer base, they've already been in my store, they've already purchased my product. I could give them an ad, or I could kind of persuade them. That's what advertising and marketing is, persuade them to at least come in and look at a new product. I know what to utilize, and I say, hey, this will complement what you're having now, or this is better, more improved. Okay, accountability, convenience, time-sensitive customers, and can be more private. When I'm looking at the internet, I don't have to look what I'm buying. I can talk to people. Drawbacks, negative sales, oriented reputations. Right? Customers enjoy visiting retail. It's about like 12 o'clock, almost midnight here, and I'm doing this recording. So if I'm stumbling a little bit, I'm there, but we'll do fine. Okay, retail stores to shop. Lack of prestige offered by some media, clutter, privacy concerns. So people still like to go to the store, touch and feel it. They'll go to the store, look at it, write the number, take the smartphone, and then they'll go online to see if they get a better price, or see if there's something available that's out there, or is there coupons. A lot of times I go find what I want, and I might use Amazon. The only reason I use Amazon, free shipping. 2 days I got it, Sunday or anything else. So that's a good point. Now Google is coming into that. So now you're going to see Google say, hey, that's a good model Amazon's got. What could I do? What option? I've got all these customers. I got a lot of information on them. How could I bring them away from Amazon and put them into Google? What could I do better? Maybe they'll have it. Google's experimenting with them dropping off with those drones flying around, small packages. It's a new world going out there. It's excitement. It's everything else. So you can't stick with the old way, door to door, walking around. Even Avon or everything else, when you're looking at, they have to change the model. People don't like people coming in. There's a different way they're shopping. Culture's changing. Technology's there. I have to adjust to it. Don't get rid of the old. You're going to find out the old is still there. That's what I've been learning. But what do I do to utilize the new tools I have to reach a new market, because that's what my consumers or my target market is utilizing. Okay, so we'll take care of that. Now, direct mail advertising. Remember, when you look at the again, I'll bring this back in so people see it. Direct marketing is not the same as direct mail. Now, people can say, I know what direct mail is. Direct mail is when they'll come right to your house by zip code or whatever. Okay, so when I'm looking at direct mail advertising, email is still in the direct mail, and you can see that they'll do some personal, so it comes like this. Instead of the boxes and everything else, I'm doing email. So when you find out the post office is struggling, that's why the post office is trying to get into the UPS, United Parcel Service, or FedEx, because hey, we've got all the distribution, we go to all the customers, and FedEx and UPS is utilizing us for the areas that we are required to serve. We serve everyone, no matter how far, no near, so we could pay a higher UPS, or FedEx will pay us a higher fee than we normally would charge somebody, but we will deliver the package to your doorstep on Sunday, where the U.S. mail isn't running, or later at night, because we'll guarantee it, and they're doing it because we will have people that will pay me the additional fee for that. Now that keeps my resources running for the post office. But this is what hurt the post office. A lot of people don't write letters. Very rarely do they write letters. They'll tweet you or they'll send an email. But email is another way that I could get information in, other than mail. Okay, sales letters, most common for direct mail format. They are often mailed with brochures, price listings, and reply cards. That's the sales letters, real quickly. Postcards are used to announce sales, offer discounts, and generate customer traffic. Real small, you don't have to open up. A lot of times I look at it, know the company, if it's somebody I know already, I just shred it. I don't even open it up. Shred it. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm just one, and this is my field. I like doing it. But sometimes I get too much junk in there. It doesn't get my attention. I already know it to get rid of it. So a postcard, I can't shred it. I didn't even open it. So if I didn't open it, I don't even know all the good stuff that could be in there. How do I get them to open it? So they change some of the letters. They'll put like this is a government sponsored, and then they'll have something that isn't, or whatever to get your attention. Or for a while they would do like a handwritten thing. There was computer generated Georgia Tech. Well, somebody wrote it. Almost look like somebody wrote it. I open. My whole thing is anything else. If I have an ad or anything else, and if they don't open it, they don't come to my store, I can't sell to them. So a postcard is real quickly. We're in the town. Here's a discount. Whether I like it or not, I'll look at it. It catches my eye, and it's a lot less expensive than what they call regular mail. Okay, photos and brochures printed in multiple colors with photos. Other illustration and good paper stocks. Remember, it costs me more. It's not as flexible because once I run the ad and I get the distribution we talked earlier, it's already out there when we did the print. So it has its plus and negative. I'm just reminding you, bringing back what we already talked about. Reproduces printed image as well. The next one we're looking at what they call broadsides are larger than folders. They're sometimes used for window displays, a wall poster in stores, photo compact size to fit in a mail bag. I think Frito-Lay's, for lack of a better word, had the thing where they had the Avengers or superheroes and had a big poster, folded up, and it was part of the thing. And one of the stores they had it. They used it for the campaign. If you want to throw it, I give it to my kids often. But what it is, it's smaller. It's the same thing. It's just larger. I can put it in the window so people catch their attention. It's got to be something that catches their attention. Remember, advertising. When you're think of it. What could not to be obnoxious, but something because we have so much stimuli out there that we kind of shut down and we focus in on what we want. Okay, so remember, sometimes you go in the store and all lights go on, or you had blinking lights when I get in the area. That kind of became a little bit annoying for people because they thought there was something wrong. Okay, folded compact. Okay, self-mailers, any form of direct mails that can travel without an envelope. You see them, it's all like zipped out, it's already all in there or pressed in. We've had them, trust me. Okay, statement stuffer. As enclosed in monthly customer statements from department stores, banks, oil. Just to tell you something about that. I used to work for ComEd, and ComEd would have to put it by as part of the things that were operating is that they would put mailing ad by Cub or other by the commission that we should be able to advertise. They're required to for energy efficiency. So I get my bill and they say, hey, your bill's a little bit higher. Here's what your neighbors are doing. How do you reduce it? So they have a conservation information or promotional information in the building like that. That works out well for consumers. The residential market does not work well for businesses if you're trying to get businesses through that, because most businesses statement stuffers, when you send a bill, it goes to accounts receivable, and they're for lack of better words, they're just collecting the money, the bills and everything else. They're not looking at all that junk. It's trash. You're wasting your money if you go into the business-to-business sector. All right, so for consumer markets, for the everyday residential market, this works out very well because they're the ones most likely opening up that mailer in the bill. So you remember, they're not going to throw it away. You got to see what the bill is, and then you have all this other information. Yeah, I look at it. I always look at everything else. I look at it from the advertising. Oh, that's kind of neat. That's something different. Okay, house organs is publications, organizations, publications published by associations or business organizations. An example, stockholders report, newsletters, consumers magazines, dealers publication, give you information, all that, just to let you know. Remember, they may not be selling anything to you, Your job as an advertiser is to keep the company's name in the person's perspective, in his view or her view, because my competitors are out there stimulating, planting seeds. I want, look at it. If my competitors look at it, weeds growing in there in my target market. So I'm trying to keep the weeds out by filling them with all my stuff, so they don't even look at my competitor. Or if they look, and most people are going to look. You always shop and compare. But I want to make sure. Okay. Now, pros of this is that if I'm looking direct mailing, efficient, effective, economical, increases effectiveness of other media. Every one of these medias has its pros and cons. You have to look at the cost, the pros and cons, the frequency, the exposure rates. How can I measure? What's the cost? Will my target audience accept that type of advertisement? The one thing that always upsets me, and you'll see too much of it when people put flyers on my windows and everything else. I never look at it. I turn around, and even though I always try to, that's one thing I always tell. Flyers are kind of effective, but you got to look at the parking lot, the municipalities. You can't put them on doorsteps, because you're a solicitor, for lack of better words. You got people coming out there. So is it really so? And it upsets a lot of people. Is it worth the effort? And plus, you're really destroying the environment. A lot of people, they don't realize the flies. They put on their windshield wiper, flyer goes off, hopefully, you know what I mean, or they crumble and they're mad at it, what the heck, you touched my car, and now you are creating litter and pollution and are kind of damaging the environment, for lack of better words. In my own perspective, it's a negative. Okay? What the cons, costs, and looks at junk mail, something like this. I get all the stuff that I look at it, fine. Like I said, a postcard I might glance at, because look, it's got my attention. What the heck are they talking about? But then I'm looking who the company, CPA, that, and then me, I'm out of here. Okay, 3 basic costs. List acquisition, creative costs, so I'm kind of how I'm going to get it, where I'm going to get the money from. The creative production, we've talked about that earlier. And acquisitions is the material, everything I needed, and then how do I distribute this? Okay. And now when I'm looking at buying, it's just general. You could acquire direct direct mailing list. When I'm not saying buying. Let me go on this. How do I get a mailing list? Once I do some kind of promotion, that's what I'm trying to get. I give coupons. That's why electronic coupons is easier, because I get their email, or if they come and take my apps, I get their email. But I open up. I'm in an area geographic. Who are my customers? I could go to a post office. I could look at the Chamber of Commerce. But it doesn't. It just gives me names, income, and demographic. I want to know who likes sports, who likes religion, who likes, for better words, who's a single parent, who's got kids, so I can market. I want a buying list, but I want it already so somebody did the prospecting for me. And at least they said they made some interest, or they bought something that's golf. So why try to, that's what telemarketers do. Why try to sell me golf, and I hate golf? All right, in business, you got to learn how to play golf. Gentlemen, ladies, you don't have to be good, as I mentioned before, but you know how to play. So at least, because that's where a lot of, not sales actually get completed, information gathering. Salespeople, if we're going to talk about personal sales, and we're talking about salespeople, they call them now account managers. Sales means I'm peddling something, and sometimes it works out well, but I'm an account manager, or I'm trying to promote my product, okay? So I could get a list, and from a house, mail response, house list, or other direct mail advertisers, widely of a wide variety of demographics and breakdowns, and I could compile. See, now I get the list. I could compile the list, and I could see the purchase from a vendor. So hopefully his list is accurate. And I was trying. There's some scrupulous vendors out there that may take advantage of you. But so I get this list. If the list, I try them out. Get the one list. I got all these names, and I'm getting leads. Or then I check the list myself. Here's the ad. You got to make sure the list is updated. People move. People leave. People die. People change whatever they're liking. So with the list, I would like it within the last 2 years. Because I don't want to send out everything else and they're all moved, or they're not even there anymore. Typically offer lowest rates. Experts suggest using numerous sources, and that makes sense. I get a list here, I get this list here, then put them into a database. Those of you who've got your information in different systems. I put them in one database, and it looks for duplicates. And the problem with when it looks for duplicates, you got to be careful, because if I got Mr. George Mochocki and then I got Dr. George Mochocki, it's going to look like two different individuals. And then I got another Mochocki, or family members, or Mrs. Mochocki, or whatever. So now you have too many people. After a while, I get too much junk. It's ineffective. I'm sending the same publication, even though it may not be that expensive. Over, we talked over 100,000 letters in previous, print media, what's going to cost me. But I'm upsetting the people. What do I get all this stuff? Who the heck they are? All right, so you got to look at it. And some of the lists, where do they get the list? Do they make this stuff up? Remember, you have to test it, see if it's effective, see when you call up, you're talking to the individual, and you're doing the prospect, that the list is, there's some credible ones, and remember, you get what you pay for. Produce a package, designer, letter shop, distribute a package, weight and delivery, so I've got the things I'm doing, direct mail, how much it's going to cost us, who do I use, for the catalog. Remember, the post office, if you're a business, you will have a different type of a structure, because you're doing a lot of business with them. So it's like anything else, economies of scale. If you look at Sam's Club or Costco Club or some of the larger warehouses, what brings them in is that if you buy a larger amount, I can reduce the cost. Because when I buy a larger amount, when I reduce the cost, I don't have to have all individual packaging. You're buying a bigger, it's in easier packages, or it may just be in a box, however you want to do it. So it reduces some of my costs. How much is it weigh? Postcards is a lot cheaper than the letter. After a certain weight, it's going to cost me so much. I got to look at this. I got to look at the weight. It's almost like flying an airline. When you go in there, you got to look how much you weigh, because it doesn't seem too heavy, but when you put on a scale, $60. What do I got in there? I always wonder myself. But when you travel, you have a lot of stuff in there. And I look at LL Bean. Catalog sales for LL Beans is up. Largest portion of direct marketing. So if I look at LL Bean, what's this telling me? Now, this is, I don't know when the picture's taken. I don't know when it is. It's hard to tell today. This is kind of an outdated car here, ladies and gentlemen. The Canoe. But LL Bean, for you, if you look at it, they do have some stores. Some were profitable, some were. People look at LL Bean as the catalog, the information, and most of their advertising. They got a good return policy. Just other ones out there. But this, most of their businesses utilize through the catalogs. Okay? Turn off that, turn off that. That wasn't too bad. So that took care of, remember, direct mail advertising, not the same thing as what we're learning here, direct marketing. This is one part of direct marketing. There's all different tools I could use other than mail. And even mail, look, I get email, I get this. I got a lot of stuff that we discussed just a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago. Okay, buying direct mail advertising. What do we have on here? Produce the package. Designer. I gotta have a designer to produce the package. I need a writer. That's to some of you on my online class or my face-to-face. I make you write a jingle. Just tell me. I don't make you create. I may. I don't really think it. Some of the class is longer. Create an advertising campaign and present it. And a 16 face-to-face. On an online class, it depends on the course and depends on the student. Depends how large the class is and how I can form the teams on that. But someone's got to be a designer. Someone's got to write it. So what I was trying to allude to or build up to, you will, in a lot of my forums or a lot of my lectures, some of the homework assignments, is you'll come up with some kind of an ad. You tell me a descriptive statement of what you think. If you look at, we looked at some of the ads where you had the bunny, Energizer bunny, always keeps on going. So you can say, here's the Energizer bunny, always going, and all the other bunnies stop. That's how they did. They started off with a print. They started with descriptive. Then all of a sudden the writer to design it. Yeah, how can we do that? How can we bring in this Energized bunny just as an advertisement? What the heck is this bunny doing? Boom, boom. And then you've got things out there for kids. Everything else on there through advertising. That was the first thing that popped in my mind. All right? And the distributed package. Again, cost of effective. Which was more effective? Now, the post office does good with a lot of that is because they're looking, they're customer base that they have to satisfy. Because, they're monitored or ran, for lack of a better word, by the government. They're still an independent agency that's supposed to be profit generating to expand. And when you cut a whole market out, people ain't using mail because they're using electronic. What could I do different? So now you have to start looking at other competitors, or you can look at how could I diversify to other markets that I haven't. And that's what they're trying to do come around, other than raising the rates again, which will, if the rates are too high, why would I go to the post office, use the United States Post Office? I'd use FedEx, or I'd use UPS, or other carriers out there. Okay, so now let's say direct response advertising. Okay, when I look at direct response advertising, let's go on the print one first, because we're going to talk about the print advertising, we're going to talk about broadcasting, that's more of a TV, and then we're going to talk about digital, for lack of better words, computers. Okay, newspaper ads, inserts, coupons. No problem. We're going to go a little bit more on coupons up there in sales promotion. Those are regular print ads. No problem. You see them all the time. I'm not going to expand too much on it. Now, the new ones are direct infomercials, talk show hosts who always bring something else in television. But okay, let's go on this one. I go infomercial. I should have just brought this around like this. I'll do infomercials last. Sorry, I'm live, so you know this is live, okay? So let's do television first. Television ad exhibit on a TV. You look at some ads, or you have posters, or if you look into this YouTube, I haven't done anything else. If you look at some of my other YouTubes that are out there, I may have some advertising. Get a few pennies here or there, but it's another way of getting to the customer. Remember, do not be obnoxious. You have to do something if you're going to use the television, because people got their remote to flip you off real quickly, so you have to do it. We talked last time, within 30 seconds. By the time 30 seconds, I'm looking a little bit, got my attention. If it goes up, I'm on another channel. And that's for the coordination. Most of the larger networks and the TV are all set up, and one's got a commercial, they all have a commercial. So I'm basically getting everyone out. And that's a good strategy for when we talk later on for the network or organization. They make sure, hey, look, when you run your ad, don't worry, they're going to flip the other thing, they're going to see another ad. Or you may run it into separate stations, because your audience may be flipping. So if I'm channel 5, I'll go to channel 7. That'll be the regular progressive going down. And it's a powerful instrument for a direct market, but it's costly, okay? And it's more, remember we talked last time, it's 80% planning and 20% execution, and where you get the other ones are, a lot of these, it's a lot easier or quicker, okay? Now, let's talk, and talk holes, just put that here with them. That works out better with the television. Now, infomercial. Who do you think your largest market watches infomercial? Men or women? I don't have to be a rocket scientist. You know what I mean? Yeah, most of us would assume it's women. And if you said women, you're 100% correct. Men were out there, who watched the graph. So let's look at this graph for infomercials. Primary gender, female 50%, male 55% of men don't even look at it. All right, female 30%. This is out there, so not too bad. Viewers, non-viewers, total. Of all total viewers, 52% are female, and 54% are non-viewers, or men, for lack of better words. Male, females, 51% are females who purchase. Medium age, 41, 45, 45. Remember, you figure mean age is what's in the middle, not the average age. Here's the mean. The majority are in the 45, 46 buying. Full-time employment. So it gives me some information who's watching that infomercial. And I have a little more information on infomercials, and I'll cover that when we go on the promotion. Okay? All right, so I have that, took care of that. And you could read with the supplemental material that's provided for you. Again, digital advertising, I've got emails, display ads, banners, search ads, search here for free. Just nothing free in business. They either want some information, or if you're utilizing their browser like Google when you're searching, they know what you're looking for. Remember, electronic, it's like, it tracks me. I'm not trying to do it. Don't worry about the privacy. You don't have any more privacy when you're using the internet and all the smartphones. I just gave up on that. But the information's out there, and I'm using it just to help you utilize my product. And QR barcodes, we talked about them, showing them some of the business cards. That gives you a lot of information, so I don't have to write it down. I just click it in, and I have that. And apps. Remember, apps are always started off free, but they end up where If you like it, you work on it, and then you want the better version, or this is a basic model, you want all this. Oh, here's another app. You want all this. If you look at, sometimes I get phone calls and it's from unknown number. I rarely answer calls that comes in there that doesn't show the company's name on there. And I tell people, you should show the company's name, because otherwise it's telemarketer. I don't know who's at the other end. That's the only disadvantage when you're looking at answering a phone from a telemarketer. You don't know who's at the other end, especially if their name doesn't show up. And even if the name shows up, there's a way they could make the name they want to show up. But a lot of people do it, and a lot of people don't have an issue with it. I just have had a little bad experiences, even though I'm in that field in advertising, but that's not one that I would highly recommend on that. Okay, now direct marketing activities. I'm going to go with two. There's two. And then the rest of them are going to go on sales and everything else. Direct marketing activities. You have personal direct selling, and you have telemarketing. This is the same thing, only this one is I got the face-to-face. This one here is I'm doing over the telephone. Now, going in the future, when you're looking at direct marketing, with more individuals going to have Skype, or the phones are going to be something like FaceTime. I've got a tablet. A lot of times I go on trips. I use FaceTime because I have to go through Skype, because most of the families may have the tablets, or friends got the tablet. I click on there, I'm instantly there. I don't have to dial nothing, I don't have to pay nothing. It's just part of that. That's what gets people to utilizing Apple products. It's a nice feature. Skype's another feature for the IBM, but it's got to be seamless. So I'm in there. I don't have to always look up, log up, here's what it's going to cost, do all this information. It's all part of it, and it should be done, because Skype is most likely, usually, it is done through the internet, so why do I have to pay all these fees? And Apple does not make me pay it. Good thinking. So I buy it, I utilize. This is me, and I'm only one. And I know for research that a lot of people think about it the same way. But my whole point was, down the road, when you answer the phone, you'll be able to either block your face, or you can see who's at the other end. So if a marketer's not going to show their face, I'm not going to open it up. Right now, if they don't show your ID, I don't open it up. It has to have a number, something to tell me who's answering the phone. Or I have answer phones. There's something that is a negative for telemarketing. But you find out it's pretty profitable. Okay, so face-to-face, selling away from a fixed location, person to person, like Amway, Shackley, networking marketing. They do personal selling, but they do it as a network, so they complement certain areas. They're out there walking the streets, for lack of better words. Apply it to business marketing. Personal selling direct is more business sales can come to me. I come to business, but they're repeat order. If you take me for business marketing, or if you see one of my YouTubes on business marketing, I go a little bit more into detail on that. Okay, let's go on telemarketing. Selling and prospecting by telemarketing. A lot of the telemarketers, if you got campaigns, they're always going to go to government. You want to find out senators, I'm in town, come on in here. And they're prospecting. Do you like this or this? And sometimes they're not selling anything. They just want to find some information. Let me get a survey about yourself. Do you mind answering the survey? I said, I don't know who you are. And that's the whole thing, because there's a lot of rip-off artists that hurt the good businesses. Well, let's say you pick up the phone and you survey and get some information. You answer the phone inquiry. Now I have found out a lot about you, so I could go to the next stage is to sell you something, because you said you like kids, you have a dog, you have a cat, you like sports, you're a hiker, you're a jogger, you're an athletic. Now that's the prospecting. So if I'm sending you ads, I'm more effective because I'm selling you the ads for something that you're going to want and utilize. Okay, and providing sales related calls. This was number from 2005. I'm always looking from 2008. Number's a little bit old, but I gotta update this, because when 5 years old, marketers spent 24% of all direct marketing media expenses on telemarketers. I think this number, my own feeling, that's why they probably went with 2008, is going down. And the reason I've got spam control, I've got do not call list because they got become a little bit obnoxious. People don't pick it up. People have voicemail, and then once they find out so bad, it's a telemarketer trying to sell. They block the call. They put it on their call block automatically. I think my phone's got like 300 call blocks I could do, or you could do it through your cell phones if that's the only primary phone you're utilizing. You can block them, and it doesn't work as well. And there's different laws. You look at harassment. They call it to certain hours at 6 o'clock meeting. I'm just saying. It's a tool. It could be utilized. If you want to be a telemarketer, you have to be a person who can handle rejection. I don't want to talk to you, but they're still selling. They're still active. Same thing like with the info commercials. Okay. Ideal shopping by phone. Next best thing to face-to-face personal selling call. Remember, personal selling call. When we talk about advertising and everything else, if you're doing for business or you're going to do a personal call, send me an ad, send me something so when the call comes, you're aware of it. If you're using a third party to do a survey for you or do an audit for you, you have to, I don't know this third party, I don't know who the heck they are asking information. You have to send one of the letters or an email to me saying, "Dear Dr. Mochocki, this company we hired is working for us to improve customer service. They will be calling you. None of the information is. They'll call you in the next 2 days. So if you see their name coming up, they're legit. We're not going to use the information. We just want to know how to better serve you." But remember, anything that's in the internet, it's out there. Somebody could tap into the cloud. Somebody happens to the cloud and stuff starts falling out. There's a possibility. I'm just making it up. I like the cloud idea. And eventually, I have some stuff in the cloud, but, be careful what you put in the cloud. Don't eliminate all your files in that cloud. Something happens in the cloud, it's all gone. You always have some kind of hard copy, some personal info. This is my own personal preference as security risks, and there's more and more information. Though they could get a lot of information on you, I try to minimize certain things. Okay, sales promotion definitions, real quick, what it is. Now, before I go this, let me just go show you the PowerPoint slide. So here's the whole thing we're going to be talking about today. I'll break it down. It's, a sales promotion. Because I'm trying to get some visual in here, in advertising. I'm going from black and white to color to black and white color. Direct endorsement that offers extra incentives anywhere along the marketing route to enhance or accelerate the product's movement from producer to the consumer. May be used anywhere in the marketing channel. When you talk to a marketing channel, the distribution chain, if you're taking me for into the business or operational management, involves direct inducement. I mean, how do I get you to do something? Design to change purchasing timing or shift inventory. I got, and it's my inventory, not their inventory. How do I get this out? I have to do something. I have too much, the market is bad, the weather is bad, I didn't buy it. I've got too much goods. If it's something that spoils, I give it to charity, or look at it, or take it as a loss. Or how do I get rid of it? There's nothing wrong with it. I just have too much of it. I got too much inventory. And we'll talk about rebate, coupon, sweepstakes, special offering, sponsorship, and freebie. I have that, but let me go on. So we had all that. Involves you have examples. What do I have examples? Okay, rebate, coupon. We have that, special pricing. Okay, Snapple uses promotion. Snapple uses promotion and product position to advertise its Mango Madness flavors. And here's the ad. In a box. What the heck? Staples in a drink, but it's in the box. Staple. So this is how it's advertising. What you have in that bottle, this is what it is. I think it's kind of creative. I like the box. If he sends it me in a box, give me the box. I look at it and I say, hey, this is great. I love the box. I can put stuff in there. See, now that's when you're looking. Is that a premium? It's got the name all over it. Even if I know they're going to not throw away the box because it's designed. If I would ship this as some kind of a advertising campaign, people are going to keep the box. Man, I could keep junk in here. And everyone else, your name is in my room, in my private space. And when somebody comes up, they could, like, where did you get that box? I like that box. And some people color it, but a lot of people leave it as it is because they figure it's, when you got the picker show on TV, it could be something worked down the road because the company goes under and now everyone's trying to find memorabilia about it. Okay, now advantages is value added tool. maximizes sales volume and and sales acceleration. Okay, and disadvantages. Let me just make this a little bigger this way. Excessive sales promotion hurts profit. Remember, I can't give away everything. You see a lot of advertising and everything else because the economy went down. And a lot of businesses are doing survival mode, so they can't raise the prices too much, so they're trying to sell a lot more, and how do I bring them in? So I have a lot of sales promotion. So my profit margin is reduced. Hopefully I get making some profit, or you have to make some profit. You just break even. Well, I didn't even break even. I'm not making anything, so I don't have any growth potential, but break even means that I paid all my bills, everything else. I just didn't make any profit that year, which means what? I don't have to pay any taxes, but that's not good for a business because the profit is what I could reinvest back in the company, or open up new markets, or even pamper myself as an owner. Okay, high cost, over aggressive sales promotion. Okay, that's some of the disadvantage of a sales promotion. You're giving everything away, but you're not making any money, so you have a lot of things going. Okay, you're going to talk about push and pull. For some reason, I thought I had more information. What the heck did I do? I'm just talking to myself. Okay, push and pull. If I'm looking at push and pull, let me show you the map. The map will work a lot better this way. So if I'm looking at the push and pull tactics, here's how it happens. I have to, this is a push. So I'm pushing it to the end users, right? I'm a producer. I have marketing communication. Remember, business to business, a producer. I have to understand my target marketing to the resellers. But what helps the resellers, when you look at some of the ads or the cooperative ads, I could take from the resellers, I market to them, and I give them the ads and everything else, and I create more marketing communication ads for the end users, because I tell the resellers, here's new products that it's going to be coming, we're selling it, we're going to be promoting it, so yes, I want it, and this was what your clientele, your customer base, each individual store. What brings me in as a producer is that I know, or business to business, I'm selling to businesses, but I have to understand their clientele, because they don't have the resources I do. So they're utilizing my marketing communication for their benefit, but my name and my logos on there. So it's all coming to get the end users to come and buy. I don't have a problem because I already say, yeah, producer, I like you, let's work it. So that's called push. Sliding, diverting, and we'll get a little bit into that. Okay? So you have all this, it's the arrows, and let's see, push promotions. Okay, here's where we're going to go. Remember, we're starting and push, and this whole chapter is going to be on this. Dealer and a meeting convention. Remember, I'm first trying to get the retailers. I'm a manufacturer, producer. I'm advertising to them first, business to business. My background is business to business, but for business to business, you have to understand the consumer, because I'm selling to businesses. So I know their buying patterns. I know how they buy, how they purchase information. They're part of my distribution chain, and for me to get in, I tell them I know about your customer basis. So how do I tell them about information? What I could do? I create dealer meetings or conventions, big hype. Introduce new products, announce sales promotion programs, show new advertising campaigns, and I bring them in, to dealers. They're coming out there. I give them, I wine them, I dine them, and they're in there to look at this. What's new for the product. And a lot of dealers will come in there, or they'll send some of their staff or their buyers to see what's new. And the conventions are very expensive, timely, but so you got to do a lot of invitations. So you're utilizing some of the media. But don't forget about the convention. You could win a new car if you show up. Every other person has a chance. We're going to talk later about games or sweepstakes. Okay, now sliding allowances. When I'm looking at push and I'm going to the retailer, I'm going to say, hey, I want you to put my product up there. Yeah, right, George. What do you mean? I got other products. Could you move me up here? I want to be, so from 15,000 to 40,000, give me the space right when they come in. Because I know when first customers come in, they're in this area, they're going to buy this product. Remember, I understand the retailer, because that's my business, I'm going to find out through the sales individuals. They see what's going on when they come to visit those stores. What are they doing? How could I bring added value to my retailers by helping them out or being aware of what they're doing? So, if you move the sign here, my sign here, because retail, if you just leave the sign there, they're going to say, yeah, we'll get around to it. Hey, George, you got some new employee, you know what, put the sign up. Where, no, find some space. And it could be like, oh, find a space, no space for that. But nah, you got to keep the aisles clear, so I don't want to move anything else, so I put it all in a corner, ineffective. So I say, here, I'll give you $15,000 or $40,000 to the retail. I want my sign here for a certain time frame. If I'm selling something, because I know it has the eye contact. So it's sliding allowances. Diverting. When I look at diversion. When I look at diverting, I'm a manufacturer. I'm a retailer. Remember, it's a push. I take the promotional discount to purchase large quantities, because I could, of any given item in a region. Some regions, manufacturers want to saturate more than others. Other ones, they don't have a problem. Their sales and are good. Why move it? They're not going to buy. I've already saturated the area. But I got I'm giving a sale promotion there to get more people to buy that haven't bought it. And I happen to be a retailer in that area, because I got stores all over or locations. I'll buy as much as I can from the manufacturer, and then I ship it. Shipping portions to areas where the discount isn't offered. Not bad, right? Remember, you can do that. And you see a lot of people, they may have a discount, the store may have some kind of going out sale, or one part up here in the suburbs, and I have a business in the city or in a different location, and I read about it, I drive there, buy as much as I can for there, because I do have a business there, but I take that for the promotion and utilize that as part of my cost of goods in other offices or buildings or locations that I own or manage. Okay, ad allowances, that's kind of easy. Manufacture a certain percentage of gross purchase or flat fee. They'll depending on how much they sell, or depends what they're doing. So I could either give you a certain percentage if you sell so much, or I give you a flat fee, or you pay me a flat fee for the ad allowances. Here's my ad, I need it, I can't afford it. Okay, but remember, if I'm giving you money, I want a retailer, I want my logo or something on there. I don't want my competitors on there. Okay, so cooperative advertising. National manufacturers reimburse dealers for advertising the manufacturer's product or logos. So something similar if you taking an exam with me, so you at least have the definition. Remember, you have this portion in my mind maps that's been provided to you. You are to add this with your hands. Why don't you get it all, then why read the book? Remember, it just doesn't do you any good unless you've read the material, because otherwise this will be your first exposure. First exposure, you're going to forget. First exposure is like planting the seeds, and same with advertising. Everything you're learning, I have to saturate you, water you, so you start sprouting out, knowing more, okay? So cooperative ad, you just, we work together. Trade deals is manufacturer makes a trade deals with realtors, offering short-term discounts or another dollar incentive. What do I have in here? And they don't have it because they're trying to. So you get a trade deal if applying a heating cooling using trade promotion, increase sales. So here's their company, and here's their energy size. It doesn't say they're working. I think it's a carrier or something. I'm not trying to. It just didn't come in as clear as I wanted it to be. Okay. So we have that trade deal. Let's go back, and you remember we're looking at the push strategies. These are all push strategies, techniques from the manufacturer to the retailer. From the retailer, we help them to go to the consumer, and now we try to convince the consumer, the ultimate buyer of the product or user of the product or services, to come into my shop. So once they come in, it's a win-win for both the producer and the retailer, because I'm small, I can't afford it. They help me with my advertising, I just create all of it, and I come in there and I'm doing pretty good, because it's bringing in clientele and it's giving name recognition to everybody else. Everyone works in the distribution channel and everyone benefits, so I don't have to spend as much. It brings in the customers. I could increase if they sell more of my products. That means I'm going to buy more from the manufacturer. If I'm not selling them, I don't want the other products. I'm there, okay? And display allowances. When I look at this one, let me just get rid of this. assess an exchange for featuring an item prominently at the end caps of the display. Something at the end. Allowances. You get something else. Just something that you'll get either the retailer or sometimes for the person who's looking at it. Push money and spice. Retail salesperson encouraged to push the sale of a product. Those of you who work in retailing, and I have a lot of items. Remember, you're going to talk if you ever take me for retail management. Every floor space is there. So, but after a while, I get stuck with something that I thought was going to be a fad, or thought something was going on for some reason, to some negative connotation tied to it. It was either by somebody did something wrong. I don't want to wear that. I don't respect this. I saw the next president, but I like him, or a contender, if he's wearing that, and I dislike this individual, so I'll never do that. Whatever the reason is, I got all this stuff here. I can't get rid of it, and the season's leaving, so I give incentive. I says, okay, if anyone could sell this for 20%, if you sell so many shirts or so many things in your sale, you'll get 5% back on every sale purchase you get as a bonus, or you get something back. So that I'm pushing money, and the manufacturer, I could do that to the salespeople. Hey, if you sell this many product, it's no different. Let's look at it this way. If you look at this push money and stuff, if you have kids, or all of us been kids, and at the school wants to do a fundraiser. So how do they do it? How many sell these chocolates? Chocolate bars, all right, some are good, some are nasty. Here's the chocolate bars. You sell them, and if you sell 1,000 bars, you get this bite, or you get 1,000 bars, I'll send you on a vacation, or you and your family. Whatever it is, it's incentive. They're throwing money at them for you to be motivated to get that item. But this way's the salespeople. Just say extra cash, all right? Okay, forward buying is retail stocks up in a product when it's on discount, similar to when I'm going in here with, where the heck was I? Diverting, all right? So make sure you understand the difference between the two. What's the difference? This one, promotional discount, again, in one region, not where you're at, and so you're buying it there and bringing it over. This one here is forward buying. Doesn't make a different retail. It's everywhere. I buy as much as I can when the product's on discount, and then so if you got the room, you got the inventory, and it makes sense for you, because remember, when you got an inventory, it could be damaged, it could be obsolete. But if you know this product is continually going in, I look at Carhartts or certain things that don't change. People, Levi jeans to regular one, so I could buy more of those and stock them, and I'll never lose on that. Other things that may be questionable because it could be out. If you look at Legos, they're good, but now they got a new Legos that's interactive that moves or does stuff. So the other Legos may not be moving. I got all these boxes. I'm stuck with this. So what happens is I try to, or I buy stuff. So be careful how much you do it. Buy a smaller amount. And when it sells at list price. So now I've got all this stuff, and when I need to replenish it, my safety stock, I have to pay the regular price. But I just wait. No different than a lot of us when I buy meat or something else as a consumer. I may buy it because I need it, but when they're on sale, I buy a whole bunch, so it's well worth it to have a freezer. That's where you have to understand your consumer behavior. And same thing with retailers. Okay, buyback allowances. I got a new inventory, I got a new product. Hey, I'm not going to buy it, and you want us to. I got all this other stuff you gave me. What do you want to do? What they tell you is buyback allowance for the old product that hasn't sold will buy it back. You'll be whole. And you see, I think Sprint's doing that, where people got different, locked into contracts. They'll say, hey, I understand you're locked in the contract. We'll buy you out, or we'll pay half of the contract and buy you out. So now you say, I never liked this company, so I'm trying. They're trying to get people to come back and buy product. Same rationale, only for the residential. Remember, I'm a retailer. This is doing push. It's going through the retail chain. It's going for, and you also have that on the consumer market. Diamond rings. I mentioned in one of my earlier lectures. You got a small diamond ring because that's all you could afford when you got married and in love. Hopefully in love. But then as your relationship grows and your income and quality of life and standard of living goes up because you got two incomes going up there, now you want to have that ring and you want a better one, or you got a computer. So I don't want another one. Hey, trade in the old one, we'll give you a new one, we'll give you a cash discount to bring it in, and you could upgrade. Remember, it works out both ways. So it could do it for the retailer, what they're talking to the pusher. It could do it to the consumer if you're a business and you're lacking for new customers. Bring in any computer, bring anything else, turn it in, and you could upgrade to a new computer. We don't matter. And it's not that I'm going to throw it away. I may, but I'll either salvage it or send it someplace else to have it refurbished, the stuff that I did a trade-in, or sell used trade-in. Cars are doing the same thing. We'll give you cars in the same principle, only it's a little different here in the distribution chain because you're talking to the realtors about the realtors. Okay, so I've got this part of the push. Part of the push one is sales promotion aimed at members of the distribution channel. Remember, I don't have to go also to the retailers. I'm looking at the drivers or something else to convince them or send my messages along the way to so they're actually moving a product in a timely way. Manufacturers often pay a display allowance for in-store exhibits. Here it is, so they're paying to have this exhibit. I think this is Xbox, if I'm mistaken. I'm just looking at the logos, or let's say it's Jim Shoes, probably Nike. I could be wrong. It's hard for me to see. Okay, it's a prototype, so here's the new wear out there, and they'll pay me. I don't need a sign. Remember, every square foot is a dollar maker for me. So if I have empty space, or if I'm taking the space up, putting that in, people walk around. Do I want the sign for short term? Fine, I'll do it because it's you're paying me for it. I'm a business owner, another stream of income. Okay, now trade advertising publication read by trade members. Okay, so that takes care of the push. Remember, push is the manufacturer going to the retailer, going to, for lack of a better word, if you forget, look at this one, from the producer to my advertising communication, integrated marketing communication, to resellers, which is the retailers or whatever, the distribution or wholesalers, for lack of better words, and then to the marketing communication, again, to the end users. Now we're going to talk about the sister of push-pull strategy. What's the pull strategy? Okay, now pull strategy, again, I'll show you the same thing, how it works. Because the graph is easier, even this shows you on here visual, remember? So here's what a pull strategy is. I'm the producer, and I'm trying to give it to the reseller. Okay? The retailer, for some reason, we don't want to carry a product. I got enough stuff. We don't want to carry. No way. I'm not going to do it. Forget it. Find somebody else, and I'm going to do it. So, okay. So I can't get it to the end users. I turn around, and I bypass the distribution channel. Bypass the retailer. I, as a producer, and you see a lot of drug companies are doing that for new drug medicine for you to try, and the doctor says, no, I'm happy with this, I know the side effects, I got to learn all the side effects, the combination, it's new, experimental, I don't want to try it. So what the producer or the manufacturer, whoever is doing, making the good, goes directly here and travels all the way to the end user, to the customers. Remember, here's the retailers, resellers, I understand them, but I also understand the customer base, because that's how I sell to them, and I know how to advertise to them. And already, because of this, we had joint ads. They already know my logo. They know who I am. And I go, here's some ads. Bring this to the store. See if you get a discount. And that's where the ads come in there. And now the end user requests the product from the retail. If I don't carry it, I'm going to go someplace else. I don't carry it. They're asking, I don't have it. You don't have it? You don't carry it? No. And then another person comes. So, okay, I'm leaving here. I'm leaving here. After a while, what's going to happen is fortunately this retailer says, you know what, I mean, I want to carry the darn product, but all my customers are coming. And if they're asking for it, and if I don't carry it, they're going to my competitors, I am forced. You see how I kind of turn around, not manipulate, motivating. I'm trying to find the right word here, so it doesn't sound like I'm manipulating. Hey, there's a little manipulation. That's what advertising is anyway. I'm motivating the retailers to now request my product before you say no way. And do I have to give them a discount? If you're fair, you give them a discount, you help them along. But I know how they got there because they've got this, they got a coupon. I said no, or they have something, and the coupon could be directed to the producer. But I got to buy it because I'm looking at the barcode or the RIF, radio frequency in there. Okay. radio identification frequency. I think that's what the RIF stands for. It's a new chip that goes in. It's going to replace the barcodes and a lot of stuff. Not for a while. A lot of people don't have the new technology, the scanners to pick it up. But it's already going. Within another year or two, that's going to be the norm. Hey, technology is faster than faster. People are accepting it, because now they're going to have the chips in the milk because they got smart refrigerators. They'll tell me my milk is spoiled. I could tell, so I don't have to taste it. Outdated, maybe, maybe. You open up and all these lights will be flashing. Replace me, replace me. It freaked me out. My refrigerator's talking to me. But people get used to it. Okay, so the pull strategy. Point of purchase merchandise, refund, rebates, combination offers, coupons, premium, contacts, sweepstakes, freestanding interest, electronic coupons. We talked a little bit about this, sampling. And sampling is good, but it's expensive, so that's the whole process. And now we're going to go, let me just go on here. I'll expand this. So now I'm going to go into parts. Point of purchase materials. Let's just talk about this. You could do multiple things here, man. You could do everything here, and it could be very cost effective. And the whole thing is, first of all, you got to get them into the store. Once they're in the store, how do I get them to buy my products? How do I get them to come back to my store? Okay, so all these work. So the point of purchase materials, for lack of better words, is designed to build traffic. You look out there. What the hell? I never saw that. Oh man, it's so interesting. If you're for kids, what is there? You have somebody waving at you or something else. Exhibit and advertise the product. Promote on impulse buying. Buy now, get in. And a lot of us we fall into that. Okay, 62% of grocery shoppers notice point of purchase materials. What about the other two? A lot of this stuff is right in my face. And some of them are discreet, depending on it's just like you don't give the advertiser put it wherever you want it. No, it still has to meet your taste, your brand image that you're trying to convey as a retailer. Trend towards self-service retailing has increased. That's why I got spelling. Has increased point of purchase. POP, point of purchase sale. Why? Because people aren't there. There's no salespeople. It's costing me just less staff on there. And it's the point of purchase that gets me and tells me everything about the product, and has the coupons, or you click on it and it shows a real quick video that you can listen to. And even if you're listening to, other people could hear it too. Refunds, cents off promotions, short-term reduction of price, 1 cent sale, free offers, or box top refund, supply proof purchases. And when I'm looking at the refunds, they'll give you some refund back, but you have to have some kind of a proof. And by sending that, you're now giving them your address, you're giving them your email, and you give them, a lot of times they ask your phone number, and you say, I'm not going to do the phone number, and it says, hey, you did not complete the chart. I don't know if that's ethical, but it's a good way of getting everyone's phone number. I would recommend that. I would recommend that. They don't have to put it in. I would leave it in there, but not put the red asterisk that it has. It's a required field. Only time you need a required field is if a product warranty or something, because I have to call you and be able to contact you. Okay, now rebates and refunds are similar. Larger cash refunds on items from cars to household and appliances. I'm going to give a refund, I give you a rebate. Bring this rebate for $2,000, use it for the purchase of a car, use it however you want it, upgrade information, but never really, it could be, it's larger than cash refund. And sometimes, the money's always tied in to apply back into, I guess you could take it away, but you always see the way it's combined, because what they're doing, they're just reducing the price. That's, they've got a margin, they're just cutting into their margin, or the salesperson margins, or whatever. They're not losing money. Trust me. Okay? That's the difference between refunds and rebates. Combination offers, tied a coupon campaign, like a razor and a package of labels that works out together. So you get for $20 those who shave. You make some of the razors, they got 3 heads and everything else. It comes 1 razor and 2 blades, replacement for $20. Now if I want to buy just the blades, they sell them by 5 or 10. That's $40, $50. After I say, is it worth it? It may be, may not. It'll look like a close shave, but the cost depends on the market, depends where you're at and who you're selling it to. Okay, coupons. Certificates stated with value present. I give you the formula things in case you're tested. To retail stores for a price reduction on a specific item in the form of cash or coupons. All right, so coupons are either cash, I give you money back, or here's a coupon, you get a discount, or whatever the coupon states. Coupons are always as an expiration date on there. Can be applied for future purchases of a product. And if I look at what Menard did last time, you said 11% off and everything. So what did they do? But you had to use not a coupon but a rebate or a refund, a rebate, and rebate you got instead of giving you reducing it right there. You bought everything else, and then you have to send in the receipts to them, and they will give you money back. Now, the fun and the thing that you always have to remember, I always tell my son and everyone and all in the classes, when a manufacturer does a rebate or coupon and they're refunding you cash, because that was the agreement. So you didn't have to spend it, then reduce their costs or their sales. They used it as an expense, as a marketing promotion expense. So from an accounting logistic, you take finance, it makes a lot more sense. Remember, you're learning how to do that. But so you have to have the original receipt. You send it to them, whatever, and they'll send it back to you. Now they'll send you the check in a postcard, and you have to look clear thing. It's not a check. It says it's like a value. You can scan it and you just got to show that you're George Mochocki, whatever your name's on there. But a lot of times people look at it and think it's spam and throw it away. If they throw it away, they don't have to pay anything out. And a large percentage, because it's not instant. When I got it there, everyone that buys this mug and it's 11% off, everyone gets 11% off. The other ones, I buy all the mugs, and then I come back 2 weeks later. I got after the what do you call it? The campaign is over with, for lack of better words. We're going to talk about it down there. The campaign's over. Do I keep the receipts? Or I forgot about the receipts? Remember, I paid full price, but what got me to buy this is that I'm going to get a reduction once I send it in. And so, okay, I went through the process. I saved it because that's the way I am. A lot of people are very aware of that. My son puts it in his pocket, washed it, lost it, sorry. But now that I've sent it to you, you see what I'm talking about? So a large percentage will lose the things. A large percent won't do the paperwork to fill it out. So what did I do? I still had the ad. I got enough people to buy it thinking that, yeah, I'm going to send it out. But what happens? Maybe 30% I had to pay out, and then I could also write off as an expense, a promotion expense as part of my marketing, doing business. But it didn't affect my bottom line in the long run. My cash flow didn't go down. I got more money out of this way. I'm not teaching consumer behavior. On the other side, we're business. How do I bring people in? How do I make money? How do I retain some of my earnings? They are free to give it back. If they do all these things, they give it back. And then on the flip side, I'm always looking to see, will they throw it away or shred it? If you shred it, you have no proof. You send them everything else. Sorry, you lost it. I don't know. It's kind of. Remember, I'm just thinking. How do I keep my cash flow going? I'm not ripping out the customer. They should do it. They should be should be aware of what's going on there. But I know human nature. People forget it, lose it, because I got the time frame after I bought the product in there. Works out well. Now, when I look at premiums are an item offered free or at a bargain price to encourage consumers to buy an advertising product. Getting consumers to buy a product they don't really want. Well, they probably need it. But they'll try it, you know what I mean? And then after they try it, then they get hooked on it. They say, this isn't too bad. I really want it. But once they got used to it, okay, I need it again. All right, I might buy it the second time and be a repeat customer. Okay, in contests, another one offers prizes based on entrance skill. Must be promoted and advertised to be successful. The contest, I hype it up. Here's the contest, and this can be expensive because it depends on the duration, how long the contest. I got to maintain it and have systems to make sure if they tell them to do certain things, what do I that I'm actually taking care of my end of the bargain. Now, contest is a little bit similar to sweepstakes, but prizes based on chance of a drawing of entrance names. What the heck I was thinking here? Oh, it's 1 in the morning. That's what I was thinking. I must have done. I did this earlier. I'm just recording now because it's quiet. All right. Now games. Now games, a chance of element of sweepstakes, like local bingo games designed to build store traffic. So I've got the games. I'm not getting into it. You can win this, you get free this, or you have a chance of winning the game. But I get to remember interactive. I get my target audience or my constituents that come, my customers that come to my location, for lack of better words, coming in there just to play the games. If I have to go to a store, I gotta get this game. I got some. It's almost like we like that gambling to think that I have a better chance than buying a lottery ticket. And some people win. And sometimes I've done some games like this and I've won. And I've got this iTab. Where the heck? That's where I got my iTab. Where did this come from? You were saying congratulations, you won this. It would have been nice when you send it because it was sent by a third party, that they would say you won this from this sweepstakes or this game you put in there. Thank you. Now I remember. I didn't know who to thank. I said, "Oh, it's a nice thing," and I kept it for a while because I wasn't sure if it was just another marketing, advertising, and say, "Hey, we send this. Now you owe me this or payment." Remember, because there's a lot of different things going on there. I'm always learning. I'm more of a skeptic because I know what the process is. You as a business person or an advertising agency, you have to understand how I'm going to help my customer, how I'm going to help, and I'm talking about retail, how I'm going to help my own operation, my agency, how do I do this, everything else. This is another tool. Or if you're your own small business owner or an entrepreneur coming out there, utilize this and you want to keep your cash flow because it's costing, it's just one way of doing it through games, okay? Freestanding inserts, I mean, that's what FSI stands for. Colorful reprinted newspaper ads. Electronic coupons, what we talk, gives retail access to info about the consumer, not available with coupons, paper coupons. I know where the coupon was generated, what media it worked well, but I don't know anything about the customer. I have to rely on the third party's information. This gives me a lot more. Because now I got a contact who uses this, I can send them more coupons. I can send them more things. And sampling. Most costly of all sales promotion, in-store sampling is very popular, tied to a coupon campaign. Try this on here and here's a coupon. You see it at Sam's Club or anything else, or Costco, you go in there. Even Walmart and Kmart are doing it. Jewel or some of the food stores, because it's nice to come in. They're trying to push your product or pull you into a product to try it. Okay, so they utilize the sampling. Those are some of the things they utilize, so we did pretty good. Effectiveness, here's how effective all the different things is. Brought in, but didn't need. Coupons brought, but didn't need, right? Those blue rebates, so if I'm looking at but need them, brought but never tried. So look at brought but didn't need them. That's a small area. A lot of people have self-control. Now here, bought but never tried. Because if I tasted, hey, didn't I like it? I'm always looking for new and innovative things to try. You know what I mean? Bought different brands. Coupons are very active in this. All these coupons, rebates, sweepstakes, or premiums. Brought more, brought sooner, right? Because I'm looking at expiration date. Holy shit's going out there. I got to get it now. I do it on my car wash. You have to give me 10 days. I'm just trying to bring it to a smaller business. So I have a coupon. I buy it, the discount it, saying if you fill up your tank, your basic wash is $4 or $5, whatever it is. But it's only good for 1 week. It comes out there and rains, and I go, oh man, I got one more day. I go cash it in. If not, I lose it. And I know I paid for it indirectly, because it reduces the gasoline price in the pump. But I lost it, so I may purchase, use it right away and get another car wash down the road. Or I go in this, hey, rain all week, and a lot of them don't have guarantees if it rained all week. No issue, you just had a car wash. You lost it, okay? Got everything else, and we should do pretty good. Are we good? Okay, looking at this. Oops. There you go. There we go. I got everything working. Sorry, it keeps on popping up. One of those ads, all right? That's it. This is our advertising, Chapter 18, relationship building, direct marketing, personal selling, sales promotion. So you have everything you need here about selling, advertising, getting information, and talking to other individuals. And only got one more chapter. Utilize this. There's a lot you could do with here. There's different things. Look at the vocabulary, learn the concepts. You have general idea of what is good, what is not good, what you should utilize, and which markets work well. A lot of the, remember, you're always doing a combination or a variety, and don't give up. Always work well, and you'll do very well. Again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. This is Advertising, Chapter 18, Relationship Building, looking at direct marketing, personal selling, and sales promotion. And I'll see you in our next section. Bye.